Well, we farm here in Coppeen. We milk 120 Holstein Friesian cows with the help of my wife and family. They're all great to put their shoulder to the wheel. The herd is producing just over 600 kgs of milk solids. We inseminate the top 80% of the cows with Friesian sires, and the rest will be done with beef, either Aberdeen Angus or Hereford. And all the heifers would be inseminated the end of April, the fixed time AI, using sex semen. I suppose in my spare time we're very involved with the local GA club, the Dineen GA club, and we're also very active in Newcestown Cultus.
My name is Edel McAvoy and I'm Agri-Sustainability Specialist with Board BIA, and my role is I work on the AgNav team along with our partners Teagasc and ICBF, and I work with processors in integrating AgNav into their sustainability programs. Yeah, so Dairygold are getting involved with AgNav as part of their grassroots sustainability program. So Dairygold have a big focus around water quality and improving water quality of their suppliers, and AgNav has a facility to calculate a nutrient balance figure for farmers. So a farmer can log in and see what their nutrient balance is for nitrogen and for phosphorus, and see how much excess nutrients are in their system that could be available to be lost to water. I
was first introduced to AgNav I think it was November last year at a Dairygold meeting. I suppose I was very impressed with the information that the Teagasc man had for me, that what was on AgNav. He came up with this nutrient balance figure. That figure is recognised all over Europe. And how we put the figure together was he was able to, he knew all what was being sold out of the farmyard gate. He knew all the inputs, and that came up with this figure. And the fact that we have the AgNav behind and all those things are in your head every morning going to work, it is the new way forward.
So I work with Teagasc here in Cork West as a Teagasc Signpost Climate Adviser, and I suppose we basically help farmers to try and select and implement actions on their own farms, trying to improve profitability but also sustainability on farms. And then I suppose use the AgNav and the support tool there on what actions can they do and what effects they'll have on trying to reduce down their total emissions. And then I suppose using the decision support tool on the AgNav, that farmers can play around with what actions can they do and what mitigating effects they will have on trying to reduce down those greenhouse gases. We worked with Pat and getting to know Pat, see what his own environmental performance is here, what his total emissions are, his current performance, and then I suppose implementing actions on Pat's own farm here to try and reduce down his emissions on farm and improve profitability. You can play around with the AgNav tool to be able to see if he reduces down his fertiliser by a certain percentage, how much will that have an effect? What effect will it have on his emissions? And with the manure, with the slurry, by getting that out in that springtime, we can play around. So how much will it have an effect on his ammonia emissions? And I suppose using the low emissions, the type of method he used for getting out that slurry. I suppose on the breeding, we can see if he increases his EPI by a certain amount, what effect that will have on his emissions and on his carbon footprint and how efficient he is on the farm.